We have to check that. Hello, welcome everyone to another interview. So we've got Kohaku.
Yo!
Hello. I probably should have pre-checked the sound levels. That's what I didn't do. But luckily, they're all still good. We got lucky there. But hello. It was hard to find you in space, but we found you.
I like to visit other places sometimes.
Seeing you been busy working on that lab.
Yeah. My lab is nowhere near done yet.
Let me turn the music down just a touch. But yeah, so I'm gonna dive straight in and ask you the first question I have written down. Which I do actually lie to everyone. I don't give this question beforehand to anyone. But the question is, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pog. Busy but pog.
Nice. Hello, welcome. So what time is it for you over there?
It is 6 a.m.
I apologize for having you up so early.
I haven't gone to bed yet, so.
Okay, I apologize for having you up so late.
No. I'm maybe Australian, but I have the sleep schedule of a European.
Yeah. That's fine. Well, most of us Australian VTubers I see have time scales of Americans, so maybe it's just like whatever continent you're in, you have the sleep time of the continent over.
Maybe. You either change your sleep schedule to be American or European. You just choose one.
Yeah, that's the choices you have. When you're born, you have...
When you're Australian, you have two choices. American time zone, European time zone.
You get different stats based on which one you pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to remember how I actually discovered you. And I think it was through maybe Puffle, probably Beano.
Yeah.
Because those of you who don't know, Haku is a rigger, a meme queen, and a space alien. Those are the notes I have down.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
So if you would like to give us a brief description of yourself, we'll go from there.
My name is, obviously, Kohaku Ace. Everyone calls me Kohaku, and never by Ace, for some reason. I am a space alien, I guess. The Ace stands for Anomalous Celestial Entity because I am in fact birthed from a wormhole. That's my very interesting lore. I am actually a wormhole.
You are a wormhole.
Yeah, I can do I can move through time and space.
Oh shit. I can only go one way through time.
Damn. That's unfortunate. I can go through time and space, and I can make things out of nothing. So I make VTubers.
The god of all life chooses to create VTubers. Well, we all thank you for your service. I'm sure we'll get onto that a bit more later. But for now, we're gonna rewind the clock a bit. We're gonna take you back. I don't know how far back, but you control time. Well, do you control time, or do you just have?
I can just move through it. I don't control it.
Okay. Well, if you can take us back and tell us how you discovered VTubers.
I probably discovered VTubers how most people discovered them, through like the first gen Hololive ENs. Like coming into existence. And that's how I discovered what a VTuber was. And then I found a bunch of indies and I'm like, yes, I like this. I want to do this.
They're like the big VTubers, but you can talk to them.
Yeah.
So
also, I just like the vibe of indies more. I don't know. They have I don't know. I just like their content better. I don't know why this is, but I just do.
I guess it's I don't know if it's the right term, but it feels more down to earth. Yeah,
I feel like they're doing everything they do is stuff they want to do. You know?
Like corporate VTubers, they have their place, but
yeah, they're good. Like I didn't actually, when I got into VTubers after hearing about like the Hololive ENs, I actually did not watch the ENs. I found the Japanese ones, and although I don't know like barely any Japanese, I used to watch the Holostars VTubers, and the only Hololive I watch is Hachima.
Good choice. Good choice. But yeah, so you discovered Hololive EN at first. Would you say any of them had an inspiration on you, or any indie VTubers had an inspiration on you?
Oh yeah. I really liked Mori. She's my favorite of the ENs. But most of my inspiration came from indies. Like first it was Juniper, the beautiful moth lady.
Ooh.
And then it was Diariku and Uni, actually, who are my other inspirations as well. Yeah.
All the good stuff, all the good stuff. Hello, everyone who's here. Comrade, beloved. Welcome. But yeah, so you then... Did you stream before becoming a VTuber, or did you dive right in?
Yeah. So I did do streaming like on and off since 2018, I think. Yeah. So I didn't start with like no viewers and stuff. Because I had already done that beforehand. I used to stream I used to just do like silly like art request streams. Like chat would give me dumb stuff and I would draw it. And because I used to only do art streams, I never did gaming streams. And I used to stream with like a little avatar I would draw of myself, which looks very different to Kohaku that I use now. I also used to go by a different name. I don't go by that anymore. I rebranded because I didn't like my username because it was dumb.
Understandable.
Yeah, so yeah, I streamed up until like not being a VTuber until like December 2020? Yeah. And I did like a gaming stream in that month for the first time ever to be like, okay, I want to become a VTuber, but like I do art, but like can I do a gaming stream? Because I've never done one because I don't play games on stream. And it worked out pretty well. And then I got a raid, which was very, very encouraging. I got a raid from someone, and they thought I was a VTuber. I wasn't. Although I guess by all the new terms coming out, I was a PNG tuber.
Yeah. Did it interact, or was it just sort of sitting there chilling?
It was just sitting there, because that's just what well, before like I knew what VTubers were, that's just what like I saw all the other like artists doing who didn't want to turn on face cam. Yeah.
And you eventually was your first model made by you, I'm guessing?
Yes, I've made every single one of my models myself. Rigging and design and like the art, everything.
How did you get into that? Because I heard Live 2D is a bit of a not a welcoming one.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw like the ENs and like VTubers like face track and move, I'm like I need to know how to do this. Like I just need to. So then I discovered this. You use Live 2D to do it, and then I tried to look for tutorials, and there was none. And the good ones I did find were all in Japanese without translation. So I had to try and I sat there and translated a bunch of Japanese with like Google Translate because I didn't know what Deep L was. So yeah, it's a very long process. I'm sure now there are like more tutorials. But yeah.
Thank you for your exploration into the unknown for us.
Yeah.
I was gonna say in the west, but technically you're just south.
I'm south.
South.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so how did you find streaming once you did become a moving VTuber?
I found it more fun because like I actually had something that reacted with my face. Because that was one conflict I had, right? I was like, I have this static representation of me, but like that's boring. I didn't want to do face cam because, to be honest, I don't want to put in the effort to like look good on stream, right? If I want to wake up, hair hasn't been brushed in a month, looking like a rat, I still want to be able to stream. I don't want to have to go through the effort of looking presentable. So that's why I'm so happy that VTubers exist.
They are the best. They're like a middle ground between being reactive and yeah. I've completely forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, VTubing is good. You don't have to worry about the backgrounds as well or tidying.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't have to clean. I don't have to make myself look presentable. I can just stream whenever I feel like it. You know, because like I could feel like streaming, and then by the time I make myself look presentable and clean up my background, I might not feel like streaming anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I've done my skincare routine.
Yeah, although massive props to people out there who do face cam, because bruh, I did not have the I don't know, will to put in that much effort. I put it in other ways by making a model for like 100 hours, so I never have to look presentable on stream.
Well, I just
am.
They trade all the hours we do with messing about with models and stuff for setting up the stream, I suppose.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, so what have you been doing recently in more recent time?
At the moment, I am just finishing off a couple of commissions because I do in fact make models for other people. Or like whether it be art or rigging or design or one of those things. And recently, like the model you see here today is actually a new model. I didn't have this one like, I don't know, like a week ago. I was using a different one. But I redesigned my character again because I didn't like her design. I've done this many times.
Oh no. Rest in peace, the onion wings. Wings?
Yes.
Fuck.
Onion ring. I mean, I just have square onion rings all over now, you know?
Oh, onion squares.
Onion cube rings. I don't know.
I guess that's the power of being able to make and rig your own model. It's,
yeah.
Just do whatever you want.
It's also a trap because you end up making too many. And I felt bad about it, but then like, I don't know, I see these other people that I look up to, like Juniper, and she has a lot of models as well, you know? So I don't feel so bad about having a lot as well.
Now you've got them all. Your collection is growing.
Yeah. This model I have right now is actually version 7.
Ah. Are you the VTuber with the most versions?
I think no. Oh. The only other person I know who makes a lot of models is Juniper, and I think I'm one model ahead of her now.
Yeah.
I think, or we're even.
The race. I guess it, like, where do you count different outfits? Also.
No, I don't count different outfits. I only count like actual like full models. We're going by outfits. I have a lot of, like, one of my models has 3 outfits. Another one has 2 outfits. I think. Yeah, I'd have more if we counted outfits separately.
Oh yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing all the future Kohakus as well.
Yeah. I think I've hit a good place with my art. because my original looks terrible. Like when I compare it, because I debuted like about a year ago. Well, almost a year ago. It's like a week off. And my art has come so far. I mean, I'm glad, because, you know, I want to be like the people I look up to in terms of like their art, because I really admire it. And I just that's another reason why I make so many models, is because every time my art style has a major update, I make a new model. Basically, in the new art style, because I use my model to like reflect my own art as well. So I mean, it's a good representation of it's a representation of myself, but also a representation of my skills at the same time. Yeah.
So the model you use is also like an up-to-date of your skill set.
Yeah. That's why they change so often, because in the past year I have evolved my art like insane fast. I went from not knowing how to draw anime girls to this.
Wow.
Literally. It's a bit crazy.
So when did you start getting into art?
I have been drawing since I was 14, and I am turning 24 this year. So that's almost 10 years now, although I will say I did quit art for 2 years. Or a year or something.
No. Dark period.
After yeah. But then I got back into it, and ever since then my art's been progressing so much faster than I could ever imagine. Yeah.
Well,
I'm very proud.
So when did you start doing anime stuff?
Anime stuff, I mean, since the beginning. Because that's what got me into doing art, is actually anime. I saw anime and I'm like, I want to draw like that. And yeah, it's basically been like learning this style the entire time.
Did you ever have one of those cheap how to draw manga books?
I actually have one that I won from an art contest at an anime club. Yeah, I do have one. It's like it's a super thin, slimmed down, like small version. But yes, I do have one. I used to borrow them from the library as well.
The origin story.
Screw buying books. I don't have money for that. Go to the library. It's free. That's my advice.
There you go. If you wanna be an artist like Kahaku, go to the library and borrow some art books.
Yeah, they're helpful. And it saves you having to buy them, because usually they're pretty expensive.
Yeah. It's a dark time for books at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, this was back in like 2012.
Oh shit. The grim dark future where paper is only sourced from libraries.
I mean, even that might get phased out, because you can get CDs and DVDs borrowed at the library as well.
What?
Yeah. You want to watch that new movie on DVD? Go to the library. It's free.
Fuck. How long till we can rent a VTuber model from the library?
I don't know. I don't work there anymore.
Oh no. So you know a lot about the libraries then.
Yeah, I used to be a librarian before I quit.
Do you have any library stories? What was it like?
Yeah. It wasn't. The books are dirtier than you think they are.
Oh. As in like, how clean they are?
Yeah.
Okay. Not like 50 Shades of Grey shit.
I mean, there were those books too, and I will say I did not enjoy touching them. I don't know, man. I am a germaphobe. I did not enjoy. I did not enjoy touching those books. I would scrub my hands thoroughly after touching them.
You're not allowed to just wear gloves in there.
No, we don't have gloves.
I guess that's something you don't consider, is they don't clean books at the library.
No. Unless it's children's books, actually. Because they, like, got that thick cardboard, and you can wipe them down with, like, antibacterial wipes. We actually do it for children's books, but...
Probably a smart idea.
Yeah, but... And, like, children's toys you can borrow. But the adult books, nah. Nah.
So yeah, if you're borrowing a book, please don't make it gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was the craziest thing that happened in the library?
We had one person try and return a book, and they're like, yeah, so I want to return this book, and then they pull out the book and it's covered in rotten peach.
What?
They'd left it in their bag with a rotten peach, and they thought it would be appropriate to bring in the book and then put it on the desk, covered in rotten peach.
Did they not even attempt to wipe it off?
No, it was all inside the book, but they couldn't have just thrown it out and told us that the book got ruined, because they still had to pay for the replacement. Like, why? And then I had to, take said book and deregister it from the system and throw it out. Which involved touching it more.
No!
No, I washed my hands so many times.
Thank you, library user, for having that open. Getting rid of that book.
They could have simply just thrown it out and then told us the book's gone. If you destroy a book, don't bother bringing it in.
Can you remember what type of book it was?
It was just some like normal novel.
Some normie book.
Yeah, some normie. I don't read normie books. I only read weeb books.
What
only
books?
weeb books. Weeb.
So like mangoes and stuff.
Yeah, mangoes and yeah. Mm-hmm.
The good shit. I remember
The good shit.
going to the library and getting manga because that was like the only source.
Yeah, same.
They would very rarely ever have volume 1.
Yeah. I was super surprised that the library that I went to had all of Claymore.
Wow.
Like, they had it in the collection. I had to order in all the books, but they had it in the collection. And I was like, they have a complete series. What the hell? They never have a complete series, ever.
What? How did they get it?
I don't... Apparently, the anime club used to donate it. There was a separate anime club to the one I used to go to. And they would donate a bunch of manga, so the library would have it in their collection.
Preserve it for the future generations.
Uh-huh.
Future baby weebs. What is your most recent weeb read? Weeb read?
Oh, I haven't watched or read anything in a while, but I think it would be One Piece. But that's saying a lot because I haven't read that since October 2020.
Oh,
I don't think I've read anything. Way of the House Husband, probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very good. We got a
Yes.
short Kahaka review.
It's very good. Tatsu is good husbando. Please read if you are in love with Kiryu from Yakuza. They're basically the same.
I haven't read a lot recently in the past.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been busy. I like to watch anime and read manga, but I've just been so busy. I haven't had time lately.
Have you noticed there is actually a huge difference between watching and reading?
Yeah, I noticed a difference when I started getting into One Piece. I watched it up until the end of the Alabasta arc, but after that I tried to watch it and it was terrible. I hated it. But then I read the manga and I'm like, this is good shit.
Damn. Give me that shit.
Yeah, legit.
The only experience I have with that is the Scott Pilgrim comics.
Yeah.
They're not quite mangas, but...
Yeah, but no, in general, I've kind of moved towards like reading it rather than watching it. I just prefer it for some reason. Which I have a lot of like manga on my on my read list.
It's usually people have a long anime list, but you've got a long manga list.
Yeah. Like I have a bunch of manga that I need to like catch up to. Like I own all of the books for One Piece and Demon Slayer.
Oh
Do you
shit!
think I have read them all? No, I haven't.
I'm worried about how you store them all.
I have a pretty big manga collection, but it's also in like 2 bookcases.
There we go. It's probably beautiful. Yeah, the whole private collection.
Yeah.
You know, like how in those Victorian stories in the giant manor, they have the giant libraries, like multi-layered.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that, but it's just manga.
Yeah, legit. I don't even have as many series as I want. There's a lot of like manga I need to like catch up on like collecting as well.
Ah.
But yeah, one day I'll get back to it.
Speaking of being too busy for manga, you've rigged, and I think you also make models for people as well, right?
Mhm.
When did you start doing that?
I started doing that I think March last year. I started making models for people. Because that's when I felt like confident enough that my art was like okay enough and my rigging was good enough to like be worth it. Yeah, and since then I've gotten a lot better, of course. And I do also just offer character design for people who just only want that. So people can order as much as they want out of that making a tuber pipeline.
Either the design part or the end part.
Yeah. So you can get the design only, art only, rigging only, or any combination of the 3 from me.
I'd like the design and the rigging only. I don't know how they're gonna source the middle bit. But...
I mean, they might have an artist that they want, right?
But I feel
They'll be like,
yeah.
They might like how I design, like how another artist draws, but like how I rig. So that can work.
Anyone wants to know your commissions out?
At the moment they're closed because I'm going to Sweden in like 10 days.
So your long holiday, space holiday.
Yes, I'm going for a holiday on Earth. After my despite being on hiatus for like 2 months before I only come off hiatus for like 1 month.
It's the Christmas season, right? Hibernation.
Yeah. I had to get a temp job because I was getting no commissions, and then all of a sudden I got a lot of commissions. Yeah. So just trying to like slog through those this month before I head off.
You were well known throughout the cosmos for rating the tubers.
Yes. Yeah, I seem to be pretty like well known now, I guess. I wouldn't say like super well known at all, no way. But I don't know, like I guess word about me is spreading, and I kind of like that. I'm always trying to like improve my stuff, because I want to make like I really want to blur the line between facecam and like and VTubing, like having a 2D avatar, because it's like super fascinating to me. When I did university for like game design, and then I finished when I finished my degree, I'm like, man, I really like rigging, but I really goddamn hate 3D. And then I discovered 2D rigging, and it's taken over my life now. I love it so much.
Would you say there's a big difference between 2D and 3D rigging?
I think a lot of like the basic principles are the same. Of course, like technical wise, like actually like doing the thing in the program, yeah, it's different. But Not like a ton. Like you still gotta make like sliders, just blend shapes in 3D and parameters in 2D. You know, stuff like that. So it's not like too much different. Like the fundamentals are the same. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Do you think there's I guess it's sort of just following the last question. But do you think there's a lot of skills you learnt from doing the games design stuff that goes into VTubing?
I think so a little bit, like because we did the animation in that course. Also, like just because I did rigging in university as well, I took that subject. It helped me a lot in the beginning with like understanding how the program works, like and how to make stuff look good. Because as I said, it's pretty similar to using blend shapes. You just make shape and move it on a slider. It's it sounds simple, but I mean it kind of is. But it's hard to wrap your head around if you're not like ever done something like that before.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
Makes sense if you've done something similar.
Yeah. I feel like it did make it easier for me.
There's a lot of doing shit. I did games design in college and uni, and I remember a lot of 3D painting for the weight. Is it weights?
Yes, weight painting. Yeah, you don't have to. Thankfully, you don't have to do stuff like that.
That's good.
Yeah, that sort of stuff's different. It's mainly similar when it comes to blend shapes and rotation deformers, and that's pretty much the only similarity.
Well, there we go. We thank you for your service to the VTuber industry.
Yeah.
How do you find taking commissions? Because some people have some not great stories, but
I've had some clients I'm kind of like, kind of wish I didn't do this job. But, I mean, I never, like, I don't know, I just get it done. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if I'm not enjoying a commission, I just knuckle down, I get it done, and I can move on to something that I think's better, you know? I think, yeah. Also, I don't know, every one of my my clients so far have been super patient, super understanding. I mean, I don't take as long as I've heard some other people take on commissions, but, you know, sometimes I'm still like, damn, this took me twice as long as it should, and I apologize. You know,
speaking of clients, we got a little Miss Doom in the chat.
Yo! Yeah, I did the rigging for Doom.
Is Doom your most recent one that you finished?
No, the most recent one I just finished is a person named Odd Pawn. He is a he is a pawn chess piece.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't do no civil work. No, he's a chess piece. He's the most recent one I finished.
Is that bacon? Yeah.
Is that? No, bacon.
You know bacon quite well, right?
Yeah. Yes. We are in fact dating.
And that's in the public eye, if you will.
Yeah. Yes, I am very, very open about it.
How do you find that? Because I don't know how many VTuber couples there are, but it is definitely a lot rarer than you think.
Yeah, I don't see it a lot. I think the only other, I don't know. I don't really know of many other people. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like that I can draw stupid ship art and then post on Twitter. I don't know, and he's just very cool. Love you, bacon. You stinky.
I'm not going to agree or deny that statement. I have no knowledge.
Just agree.
When my ace stops.
Yeah, a lot of people think that ace stands for asexual. That is not the case. As I've said before on Twitter, this is no secret. They're actually the initials of my name. And a lot of people think it means asexual, but it doesn't. It's actually my real initials.
So do you think you're ever gonna change it, or are you just gonna keep it?
No, I'm gonna keep it. Because it's like, I don't know, when I rebranded, I wanted a name that was tied to my actual name. So that's why I came up with Kohaku Ace. If you know what color Kohaku is in Japanese, you know my first name. I very openly stated this on Twitter, though. It's not a secret.
So what is it for those of us who aren't well inclined with the language?
You guys can Google it.
Okay.
Little fun activity for your worksheet.
There will be questions after the interview. There will be a test.
Yeah, there will be a test. You will be graded.
Yeah. But yeah, so you've taken. Do you know roughly the number of commissions you've taken now?
Ooh, no idea. I think roughly 28, including the ones I'm doing right now. In 1 year? There's gotta be more than that, though.
So you've been a busy alien.
I have been a very busy alien.
I've seen you've been working on I completely forgot the word. A lab. Now.
Yeah. So my new goal, because I completed my resolution from last year, which was just get good at better at drawing people and stuff.
That's a good resolution.
And find a coloring style that's really good, because my art last year looked terrible. And this year I want to learn how to draw backgrounds better. So I want to be able to do backgrounds, like commissions for people as well. So I've been like forcing myself to draw backgrounds.
I might have to get in on that when you open that up, so I don't have to keep finding different rooms to do interviews in.
Yeah. And because I do live 2D, like I want to be able to animate them as well. You know, like just add that extra bit of like stuff. So my lab background is gonna be my first test of like a background with animated elements in it. I have actually done like a background drawing with the animation over the top, but I can't show you guys because it's a gift and it's secret for now. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the goal, is to like add animation into my lab backgrounds and also be able to draw backgrounds. So yeah, I'm starting off with something like a lab because it's made of like a lot of like rigid shapes and no organic stuff. It's a lot easier to draw.
I remember how annoying it is to do any organic stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like working my way up. I'm starting with more rigid stuff and then slowly like moving into like more organic like stuff.
Good. We're exciting. You got a lot of projects in the work, both for you and other people.
Yeah, I always do. I like to keep busy.
Do you have any future model plans?
I do want to make more outfits for this model. This model is supposed to have a jacket. I have not rigged it yet. But it does have this. So I have like a rigged like a mask. Yeah. So it does face tracking, except it's a little bit too sensitive and I need to fix it. But I have this.
Is that your holiday on Earth?
Yeah, I gotta avoid human pox. Yes.
we do have a little something going around at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Earth disease.
Do you keep busy to keep out of trouble?
Not really. I just always want to, like, art is my hobby and it's my job. So I kind of just, I finish doing stuff that's work, and then I'm like, time to do my hobby, which is also doing art. And then I like doing my own stuff is a nice break from doing like actual work that I get paid for.
It's like that meme of after a hard day's work doing forklift driving, I'm gonna go home and play Forklift Simulator.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Do you find that like there is a major difference between doing stuff yourself and for other people?
Yeah. When I do stuff for myself, I don't get burnt out. But when I do stuff for other people, I can get like, I don't know, burnt out, or I just lose my enthusiasm for a project, which isn't great because it's hard to get back. But if I just do my own stuff for a tiny bit, I get that enthusiasm back because I don't know, I just feel like I just want to work on it. I don't know why. Also, watching other people like do art and stuff helps me want to like do it as well. I don't know why that's the case, but it is.
I had a question. I've now just completely forgotten it. So yeah, you take a lot of commissions. Do you have any advice for people that want to commission people?
If you are wanting to commission a design, get as many pictures of stuff you think is cool and put it into one picture and then send that to them. Because there's nothing worse than someone being like, I want you to design a character like this character, and it's just like one character and you've got nothing to work with, and you don't want to make a clone, and then I don't know. It's like the worst part about doing some of these jobs is trying to get like ideas from the client, because you don't know what their character is, you don't know what their plans are. So just providing as much like stuff as possible to give them an idea of what you're thinking. That's my main thing, is like provide as much as possible. Just go on like Pinterest or Google and just copy a bunch of pictures,
Make a Pinterest list.
Yeah, even that, like just anything. Like if you don't feel that creative, then just get pictures of like a bunch of stuff you think is cool, and your artist should be able to do the creative bit for you.
Hopefully, yeah. I guess it's some people are just not used to like explaining what they want.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't have to explain with words. You just get a bunch of pictures. You don't have to explain with words. That's another thing. You can just get a bunch of pictures and be like, I like these things. Make design, please. And then maybe give like a little like written like thing of what like character you want. Be like, I want a cat girl, and here's a bunch of pictures I like. That is so much more useful than being like, I like this one character, but like I want white hair. Can you like make a design? That's so hard.
Make me look like a Fortnite character.
Literally, like, they'd be like, I like all this Fortnite stuff, and I also I play first person shooters, and I like Fortnite. Like, I could probably work with that so much better. Because then I would just design like something like army like, or like that like poppy like sort of like design stuff that Fortnite has. Like it's a lot easier to do something like that. Yeah. You don't need to like be able to write everything. Just even getting a bunch of pictures and being like, this but cat girl, or this but I like Halo, or like literally anything.
Give as much as information as possible, I guess.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than getting a job from someone who's like doesn't have any idea of what they want.
How do you feel about people wanting corrections and shit? Because to be honest, when I commission stuff, that is the one thing I panic about, is being like, oh, I want them to change this thing, but I don't know if it's like annoying or not.
For me, I send a lot of updates. And I always say in my updates, like, please give me anything, like anything you want changed, any feedback, like give it to me anytime. Because I just want my client to be like happy with what they get. You know, if you have a badge on your cloak and I have forgotten it, like let me know. Or if I've drawn something wrong, like, you know, it's like I want to know so I can fix it, you know? And preferably as soon as possible, but like honestly, like it's never really too late. At least for me and like my terms and stuff. Like if I've done something wrong, I will fix it.
Ah. Did you say
Like,
there is a line of crossing of asking for too much change?
Yes, if you ask me to redraw it.
Oh, okay.
Like entirely, you know what I mean? But like, you know, that's why I send a lot of like updates. So like if I've done like the line art and you go like, oh actually I don't like this, please redraw it. that's too far. But if it was like the sketch and something that I like, because sketches don't take me very long, I always like just smash them out in like under an hour. If you want it changed, then good. But if you want it changed, give like an example of what you want it changed to.
Okay.
You know, like if it's like a different pose or something, you'd be like, oh, actually, can you pose it like this? You know. Yeah.
So everyone, I hope you're writing down these notes for your future commissions.
This is I don't know, this is stuff that makes the artist's life so much easier.
It's good to know that stuff. It's
yeah.
I guess
especially
a lot of people...
since I know some artists take application and don't have a waitlist. So if you're trying to get through an application, providing as much stuff as possible is good. I know I've seen some artists do it where you have to apply to get the commission. You don't just go on a waitlist because you filled it out. You need to like show what like your idea is and stuff, and they're like, if they like it, they'll take it. I've seen that with like a lot of people.
I guess you just sort of get to a point where like there's just way too many people asking for commissions. How do you deal with that?
Usually it's price increase.
Ah.
Like depending on like how overflowed I am, because in August last year I ended up with a 20-person waitlist, and I'm like, this is no good. I cannot have a waitlist of 20 people because I can only get through about 6 people a month, and I don't like people waiting too long. So usually, like, and also at that time my prices were extremely low. You know, it's kind of like quality over quantity at that point. That's why you up the price a little bit if you're undercharging.
Yeah.
I actually doubled my prices pretty much. But I still have a wait list of I think I've gone through most of my wait list now, but I still have like 6 people on there. And it just keeps getting more every day.
I guess
but it's not a 20-person waitlist yet, so I don't know. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I think the next step for me is becoming one of those people who do applications. And just like picking and choosing jobs rather than taking them in order.
Yeah. A threshold, I guess, where you sort of just have to do that.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that I won't do the other commissions, but they just get lower priority, so they might wait a little longer. Yeah. I do have priority systems in my commissions. There are some people who get priority. Because I've either said I would do it beforehand, or this person's like, I really need this done. I have a deadline of this. Can you please get it done? And you know, sometimes I do accept those as well.
Sometimes
but
it has to be done.
Yeah. Sometimes I just need to like rush someone through to get their stuff done.
It be like that sometimes, but it's what it is. I guess we're still in a sort of VTuber boom at the moment, so there's
a lot
of demand and not a lot of supply.
Yeah. There are still very many VTubers. Like even before any VTubers existed, there were so many people using like just a PNG, a sprite, like, because that's what you did. If you didn't want a face cam, you made an avatar, like a single image, or maybe some multiples if you're making a YouTube video. But usually on streams it was singles.
Like the famous
and now
furry argument video.
Yeah.
The crossed arms.
Yeah. But now I imagine that all of those people are transitioning into using VTuber models, and there were a lot of them from what I saw. So yeah. The other thing about like doing commission work for VTubers is you get repeat customers. If you do a commission for someone and they're happy, then every single update they do to their model will be through you. That's why another reason why I put like my best into my commissions, because I want those repeat customers.
It's like a drug dealer, right? You get them hooked, you get them coming back.
I get them hooked on good rigging, and they don't want to go to anyone else.
Damn, you got any more of that rigging?
Yeah, got any more of those physics?
Oh, give me the hands this time.
Can you give me that good finger tracking?
Oh. It's good. Have you ever had someone commissioned but then they didn't pay?
Not yet. Mainly because I make people pay 50% up front.
That's a smart idea.
And it's not refundable. Unless you like cancel before I finish it. I think that's my only thing, is if you're like, if you commission me, you pay, and I haven't finished it yet, and you're like, oh shit, I really need this money because I really gotta pay my rent, then I can give you a refund. But if I finish it and I'm quick, you ain't getting a refund.
But Kahaku, a new manga came out and I need the money to buy it.
Man. But I mean, I think taking the half payment up front's good.
I think that's,
because if someone gives you $300, they're not going to bail on you.
Like
that's how I feel anyway. You know?
And I pay my landlord with your commission.
I don't even think my commissions are high enough to warrant paying a rent. Doesn't pay my rent. But I live with my parents, so it doesn't matter.
So I guess you do commissions. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter right now.
I do commissions for pocket money, basically. That's how I funded my trip to Sweden, actually.
Thank you everyone for sponsoring this holiday.
Yeah, literally. It's how I afforded my holiday. Yeah, because I don't even earn enough to pay taxes. But you save all that money, and you have the money you normally have to live off, and just put all the commission money aside. It adds up over like a year. It's enough to go on a holiday if you don't have to pay for accommodation. Which I'm lucky enough that I don't.
It's the blessed kind of holiday.
Yeah. I will say that the bar for a holiday in Australia is so much higher because we're so far away, right? It's flights to Europe are ridiculous.
I guess you're like almost literally on the other side of the world, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure we are.
Both in hemisphere and on like distance.
Going to America or Europe is insanely expensive. Like 3,000 to 4,000 Australian dollars for a return trip, like total.
Is that just the flight?
Yeah, it's just the flight cost. But yeah.
Wow.
But however, going to Japan is extremely cheap. It's like $500 and a 9-hour flight because we're literally just under them.
Is that why there's a lot of Australian weebs?
Yeah, there actually are a lot of Australian weebs. I've met a lot, and they have all gone to Japan except for like me.
No.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about going back to Japan. I've been there like 5 times. Because it's so like cheap. I know that's why a lot of people in Australia, from what I know anyway, take like a holiday like in like Asia because it's like so close.
Yeah.
And the flights are cheaper. Like I've seen some flights to like Bali is like a popular tourist hotspot for people, and it's so cheap to fly there. I've seen so many people go there, but I've heard from like other people that like in Europe, they're like, oh, if you told someone that you went to Bali, like that's like a flex because it costs so much to fly over there.
Where is Bali?
It's like above Australia. I don't really know.
Oh wait, I think I know now.
Yeah.
It's good. Got any plans on how you're gonna spend your holiday?
I'm going to roll around in snow the entire time.
Become a snowball.
Yeah, it'll be my first time seeing snow, so that's gonna be interesting. Because there's no snow in Australia except like this one mountain, and I don't live anywhere near it.
You then also have to go up the mountain, I'm guessing, to
Yes. We have one ski resort up this one mountain. So I think we have like one of the tallest mountains, I think. I don't know. We have Mount Kosciuszko, and that's where the snow is. In the ranges that surround that. That's it.
It'd be interesting to tell people I'm going to Australia for a skiing trip.
Yeah, that would be so weird. I don't think anyone would want to pay that.
What is a warm Christmas like?
Yeah, Christmas is really different for Australia because like I know I see it like on like American like TV shows where everyone's like inside and they have like a fireplace and they have like roast dinner and stuff. That we don't have any of that in Australia. We usually have like a barbecue. That's Australia, like Christmas is like it's tradition to have a barbecue on Christmas. Yeah, so you have like a bunch of like snacks like chips and like candy and lollies and shit. And yeah, and then you have a barbecue, throw some snags on the barbecue.
The classic line.
Don't say it. Don't say it. No one in chat better say it, please. I hear it. I hear it so often. Don't say the funny Australian line. But yeah.
So you've got a lot of backgrounds coming. You got a few outfits coming.
Yeah.
Do you have any future content plans for stream?
I do want to do some like VTuber lore stuff because I don't do that. Like my lore isn't widely known because unlike most people, I have not made a VTuber lore video. So I do really want to make one of them. But it's gonna take a while because I'm gonna draw it all myself because I'm insane.
Gonna write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
No, but I might actually make bacon, make some background music for it.
There we go. Perfect duo.
Yeah.
I know one person who has a VTuber lore video. I don't know who that is. Who are you talking about there?
A lot of the big VTubers like have lore videos. I want to make one. I've been wanting to make one for ages.
I highly recommend them as someone who likes VTubers for the theming.
Yeah. I really want one because I want to really lean into my theming. That's why I'm making like this lab background and stuff.
Ooh. Are we allowed to know the general gist of your lore?
Yeah. I said some of it at the start of the stream, but Basically, I am
Oh, that was canon.
a
Okay.
yeah, it was actually canon. That wasn't a
Oh
lie.
shit.
I am a VTuber, like a humanoid like wormhole and like being. Yeah. And I'm like basically a deity. In terms of like stuff I can do. But I don't I'm good, don't worry.
Oh.
But yeah, so there's that. And I kind of just like, you know, found like Earth in this timeline after like searching for a really long time of finding like literally nothing, or accidentally destroying civilizations because of my existence.
Whoops.
But you know, trillionth times the charm, right? So that's basically her lore. And I am like adding in extra stuff of like stuff that I like to do as like a hobby and stuff. Like I'm making a lab because I really enjoy doing creature design as a hobby, like monster designs. I just find it fun. It's a thing I've always kind of done for fun. So yeah, so I'm gonna be making genetic abominations. Funsies.
Perfect for streaming.
Yeah.
Could you
So that's
take
why
some chat recommendations on monster parts?
Not yet, but I think it would be fun to design some monsters with chat, because I love designing monsters. It's my favorite.
It's good shit. Good shit.
One day I will choose one of my creations to be like, you know, the classic VTuber pet. I don't have one. Yeah. But you know, I'm considering taking my faves and turning them into pets.
Have them running around the screen, wiggling about.
Yeah. Summon them when I want, when chat wants.
Could you name any of your favorites? I saw a worm one on your last.
Oh
stream.
yeah, the slam maggot. Maggot. I keep saying magnet instead of maggot. I don't know why.
It attracts the slime.
My favorite one is actually a deer I created for like a concept where there's a planet where the sun never sets, and everything's made out of plant life. So there's a deer I designed, and it is my favorite out of all of the ones I've made so far. Just because it's pretty.
There we go. We'll see that in the lab, maybe.
Yeah, I'm considering putting that one in the lab.
Good choice. Good choice. Look after your lab. Be a lab assistant.
The lab assistant. Mutated deer.
Yeah, you can just like hold the little, what are they called? Little glass vials in its antlers, right?
I mean, it probably could actually.
There you go. Walking shelf. Yeah, there's a lot to VTubing. You've done a lot to help a lot of people. I completely forgot what I was going to say. This happens a lot.
That's so good.
Too many questions. I suppose I could move on and ask you the question I ask everyone. Which I technically ask everyone a lot of the same questions, but we'll ignore that. If you were stuck on a desert island and you could only bring one games console with you, with electricity and TVs and stuff, what would you take? Before you say it, no, it can't be a PC.
I think I would choose my Nintendo Switch because I have Animal Crossing and I also have a Hatsune Miku fucking Project Diva.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get some of that rhythm action.
I have rhythm games and I have a game I can be creative in. So probably that one. Although, does a PlayStation VR, would that include the PlayStation?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a peripheral for the PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
So you would get the PlayStation.
Okay, then I choose that because then I could actually just play Beat Saber.
Ah, shit. Get some exercise on the island.
Yeah, I can play Beat Saber and like Ark and all of that. Racing games. Actually, yeah, no, I choose PlayStation VR because I get the PlayStation with.
Ah, yeah. There you go. Spend your time on an island racing and waving your hands about, getting ready. Just don't let any coconuts fall on your head while you're.
No. See, I play so much Beat Saber that if they touch me, they will break.
Oh
because
shit!
I'm just that Chad from playing Beat Saber.
That's swole. You're gonna come back to civilization. You're just gonna be like a big Chad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eventually just be like, I'm gonna swim across the ocean. I'm ready. I played enough Beat Saber.
Technically, you could just like wormhole your way out, but we'll
that's true.
That for now.
I'm assuming that I have normal human traits in this scenario.
Yeah, you're punished. You're banished to being a human.
I guess.
Oh no, not the Nokia Oblivion game.
No. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, the Nokia N-Gage was yeah. I'll try not to think about it for now. But yeah, I'm trying to look through my other topic section, but I think we've gone through it all because you've done a lot of art, a lot of anime and mangas.
Yeah.
What games do you play off of stream that you don't play on stream?
I mean, I've been playing a little bit on stream lately, but I play a lot of like city, like park builders and stuff, simulation games. I've been playing a little bit of like Jurassic World Evolution and Planet Zoo on stream, but I think I will mostly leave them for off stream because, I mean, to be honest, watching me place rocks for 6 hours is not very interesting.
Yeah.
The end result's interesting, but you know, yeah.
I guess it's a hard game to make entertaining.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Although sometimes I will just stream it and then just do like dumb stuff if I feel like it. I feel like when I stream those games, I can't take them seriously. But when I do want to take it seriously, I spend hours off stream. I also been playing a lot of Ark lately, but I've been playing that all off stream.
There you go. Been there are a lot of dinosaur games, it seems.
I do very much enjoy dinosaurs.
They're big and go raw. What's not to love?
Yeah. They could easily murder a human.
Oh, shit. Is that appealing?
I don't know if that's part of the appeal, but it is a factor.
I suppose I have to answer you the all-important question of what is your favorite dinosaur?
Parasaurolophus, the classic duck-bill, long front-horn dinosaur. Yeah. Parasaurolophus.
What's good about it?
It's beautiful. I love it. I love them. They're beautiful to me.
Do you prefer dinosaurs with feathers or only scales?
It depends on the dinosaur, because some of them do just have scales. I think, like, I don't know how scientifically accurate this is, but with, like, I've seen some depictions of, like, Uranus with, like, feathers, and I love that. Especially since I'm pretty sure Uranus lives in cold climate. Yeah. This is all my knowledge from Ark, and I don't know, I just like Uranus with feathers. Although normal Tyrannosaurs I think look weird, champ, with feathers. Like a normal Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah. I like the ones that have it just around the neck, like a sort of lion thing.
Yeah.
Is it T-Rex with pale human skin?
No, thank you.
A big beard. Running around with tiny arms.
You know,
apparently they're very social animals.
I think it really depends on the dinosaur as to whether I want feathers on it. Do I want to see feathers on a Stegosaurus? No, they don't. I can't imagine. Right? Yeah, totally. But my raptors with feathers, yeah, that's good. Unless we're talking about Jurassic Park raptors, in which case I think they should remain without. But like actual like raptors, yeah.
I think there's something that a lot of people don't know is the Jurassic Park raptors are not accurate at all.
Yeah. I see that a lot. Like people be like, "Oh, the paleontologist reacts to Jurassic Park," and they're like, or Ark, and they're like, "This is not accurate," and it's like, well, they're not real. They're not actual one-for-one clones. Like in Jurassic Park's case, they're not one-for-one clones. They're like, they got like a tiny bit of the code, and they're like, all right, let's splice a bunch of shit in until we have an actual full string. Like that, and they're putting in what they think the dinosaur looks like. And I actually have like a very old dinosaur book from when I was a kid, and it has the original depiction of like Deinonychus, and it looks like the Jurassic Park raptors. I have like all that original paleo art in that book. I love it. I cherish it because it's outdated.
I love those like 60s drawn books and shit. Penguin books, I think.
Yeah.
Was it Lady
the one I have has the really goofy drawings of like the T-Rex and stuff. But they're like weirdly sitting upright and stuff. They look so goofy. But I loved it as a kid.
He's walking like people.
Yeah, where their like tails like drag across the ground and stuff, where it's like super inaccurate. I cherish it though. I have like a couple of other like science books that are all outdated now, but I like them because I like to see what people used to think, you know?
Yeah. It's a relatively recent, the whole paleontology stuff as well.
I mean, the ones I have aren't just paleontology. Like one of them is like space and stuff, and all that sort of stuff.
Space dinosaurs.
Space dinosaurs.
I guess that's just dead planets, right?
Yeah.
I guess that will have to be if we find like planets with like lots of life and lots of history, there could be a science class of xenopaleontology.
That's actually a really cool idea. I would love to be in the era where we can study that, but also not, because I don't want to think that other aliens are real.
It is one of the weird concepts of what's scarier, us are alone in the universe, or that we're not alone in the universe.
I would very much prefer to be alone. Leave me alone.
Keep away.
I'm only okay with other life if it's like really dumb and not able to be sentient. But you know, if that other life exists, there's got to be other sentient life.
I mean, that's the
Just
thing,
how
right?
It works, though. If you find dinosaur on distant planet, there will be things that aren't dinosaurs out there.
Oh fuck. Maybe there's a planet with our old depictions of dinosaurs and they're real. That's where the next Jurassic Park movie is.
The shrink-wrapped dinosaurs are real, and they just went to this planet.
They left.
They left.
That wasn't a meteor crash. That was a rocket taking off.
Yeah, yeet. They just yeeted.
Damn. Poor dinosaurs. Oh fuck! I forgot to turn off redeems. All right. Apologies. I have to do an armpit fart.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll pick up for you because Discord likes to get rid of them, but. There you go. I've got the heating on, so that provided some moisture to that one.
Oh my god.
Clap some alien cheeks. I mean,
they could be sexy humanoid aliens, but there could also be eldritch horrors out there. You don't know which.
You saying that's not sexy?
No. I like and stuff like the aliens from Alien. I don't ever want to encounter that in my fucking life. No, thank you.
Have you seen the rest of his work, Geiger? He's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
into
yeah.
the whole.
I love Geiger. I love his
Penis.
work.
Oh, I had an art teacher that for one summer she was like, "All right, everyone, I'm all gonna give you art books," and she gave everyone like Picasso and shit, and she just gave me Geiger because she knew me. It was good.
Geiger's
times.
the good shit though.
Yeah. Gone
Mm-hmm.
too soon.
Mm-hmm.
One day that Geiger inspired game will come out. Let's hope it's good.
Yeah. I want to see more interesting monsters in video games. Like just interesting like environments and creatures, you know. Like when the movie Avatar came out, the Blue People one, I love that movie just for like the world building they put into it.
They did
And
so much fucking planning for that.
They did so much, and like it works like an actual ecosystem and stuff. It's just really cool. Like I love stuff like that because that's what I like to do as a hobby. Is just design these ecosystems and animals that live in them.
It's a fun exercise.
It's very fun. I would love to do something with it, but do I have the time? No.
I've heard that's what they did for the early Pokemon games, but not so much recently. Come on, Pokemon. Design an ecosystem, not just random anime monsters.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like what other like good creature stuff there is. I've played. I'm never gonna be able to stream it, but Lust from Beyond has some interesting creature design.
I've never heard of that.
It's Sex Hell, the game, basically.
Oh.
So it's I don't know if I'd say it's a good game. It's a very imaginative game. It's like a horror game, but with the odd naughty bit. Yeah, Beloved knows about it.
Yeah.
But can't stream it for obvious reasons.
Of course, yeah.
Are there any games coming out that you would like to stream?
Yes. As I mentioned, I'm a fan of Blue People Avatar, and I found out there's supposed to be a game coming out.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Which... I enjoy Ubisoft games, like Assassin's Creed. I don't know what else they make other than Assassin's Creed.
They're all pretty much divisions of Assassin's Creed, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. It looks cool. I would not. Yeah. I'm hoping it's not terrible, but I do enjoy Ubisoft games, so hopefully it's good.
They do get a lot of hate, but I think they can just be relaxing.
Yeah, I just like to like chill when I play them. You know? I also like that I can just go off a lot of the time. Like, I mean, sometimes you're limited in how far you can just run off to without doing the mission. But a lot of the time, you can just go off and do something that's not the mission if you feel like it, and I really like that aspect.
Yeah, I think they've opened it up recently in their recent games.
Yeah. Like I play a lot of Black Flag, even though I've gotten barely through the game.
Oh, I love that game.
And I like how you can just drive your ship anywhere. You're just like, I just want to sink this boat and take this stuff, and you can just do it.
That's the pirate's life, right?
I like how it actually makes you feel like a pirate. You kind of you got that freedom. I mean, yeah, you don't have to do like a lot of like the missions straight away unless they're like the few that are time sensitive. But I like it, and I like their stories. I like the amount of like lore they have in their games.
It's often considered the best one, but it's also the least Assassin's Creedy because there isn't that much assassin lore in it.
I've noticed over time they're getting a lot less assassiny, to the point when I looked at Assassin's Creed Valhalla and I'm like, why did they name it after Assassin's Creed in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, I've played half of it,
I haven't played it, but it doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game.
I think the only part that makes it an Assassin's Creed game is the meta lore around it. So there's the whole story.
Yeah.
In the future.
Going in and out of the past.
Yeah.
Sort of deal memory stuff. Yeah.
Who knows? Which is a good question. Where would you like an Assassin's Creed game set? You could play anything.
I mean, I already did pirates. Like, what else do I even want?
They could do pirates in a different part of the world.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool.
Singapore pirates.
Yeah. I want Ubisoft to make a Pirates of the Caribbean game.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
But no. What I want and what doesn't exist is a pirate survival game. Now, I know that technically one exists, right? And it's called Atlas, made by the people who made Ark, but the game is atrocious. It is horrible. It doesn't count. It's not real. But I really enjoy survival games, and I want a pirate one. They don't exist. And I'm like, please, more pirate games, where are they?
They should just add more pirate crafting stuff to Ark and make a more ocean-based map.
I mean, all they have to do is expand on like their boat stuff, and then they're good. I don't know. Like, I had so much hope for Atlas, and I didn't pre-order it because I got burnt by No Man's Sky.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
And yeah, I was so disappointed I couldn't actually fly into the sun. That was my main problem, because the sun is not a skybox, and then I sat there for 3 hours trying to fly towards the sun. And I'm like, yeah, this is a skybox.
You can do that in what's it called? Elite Dangerous. However, it would take ages, I think.
Yeah. I was there for 3 hours and I was no closer, and I was going at super speed. And I'm like, yeah, this is a skybox. And I looked it up, and yes, it was indeed a skybox. I was like, no, the one thing I wanted to do, fly into the sun.
No Man's Sky, more like all skybox.
No Man's Ski is what I used to call it. But I mean, massive props to those devs for actually knuckling down and fixing the game.
Yeah, I blame Sony for forcing them to bring it out quicker, but...
Yeah, but they fixed it, so, big ups to them,
Come on, devs. I mean, ideally you should release a finished game.
It's never too late to fix it.
Yeah.
I
mean, there are some games you have to just abandon, though, but...
Yeah. I mean, even with, bigger game studios, I play a lot of Frontier games, and with Jurassic World Evolution 2, there were bugs. Bugs you might not notice until millions of people are playing it, and then you get a couple bug reports, couple thousand, playtesters can only test so much, when there's millions of people playing it, then you get all the bugs come out of the woodwork. But, they actually fix them, so, it's really good.
I mean, in those times, the bugs were massive, so maybe it was just accurate. But...
Yeah.
Ubisoft Pirates of the Caribbean launched in 2003. Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
What?
I don't know if it was good.
No. Yeah, I wanted a new one with updated stuff. Wait, is this the one that I played?
I think they are making a new movie.
I stopped caring about the movies after they resolved the whole arc.
I mean, the original trilogy is very good, but the other two just don't have any soul in it.
They're just the story finished at 3. I don't care.
That's sort of how I feel with Marvel movies at the moment.
Yeah, same. Like Endgame happened, and anything else after, I don't care about.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's always been my exception. Because I really like Spider-Man, I always have.
Ooh.
But I don't like comics a lot. I used to try and be into them, but I was only really ever into Spider-Man and Iron Man, and then after that I couldn't care.
They are very hard to get into.
And Batman. I used to really enjoy Batman comics as well.
I feel like Batman has some really good graphic novels.
I feel like Batman has really good villains. I don't actually like Batman himself too much, you know? But the villains of Batman are really cool.
Because they actually like put thought into them.
Yeah, they're not just... Yeah. I really like the Batman, like, universe.
Rogues Gallery.
I could not care for Superman or anyone else though. I don't
understand.
I don't like Justice League. I used to be into Suicide Squad and Injustice League as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Justice League ended up becoming massive.
Injustice League is pretty good.
It was I think I've got a review of the game, and it's the best movie I've played with some gameplay in between.
Yeah. I used to read the comics though. I never really got too much into the Injustice game, but the Batman games are amazing, and
I love them.
I really want to replay them on stream, because all of those games, they're not like super long. They're pretty short, but they are extremely fun.
Yes.
And they have so much story, and it's told so well. You actually feel like Batman, and you feel powerful because of the combat style.
Yeah, and it's got stealth and combat as well.
Yeah, and it's good for me who sucks at both. Like, it's somehow not too hard.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people don't believe me, but I will always say that the combat in those Arkham games is a rhythm game. Because to get maximum damage, you have to... I think you have to press it just after you hit someone, and then you get into a good flow. And then you get the enemies that you have to deal with certain ways. So that's what makes it like a rhythm game. You gotta, like, you know, do that.
I guess it is. It's just a mix between pressing like X and Y most of the time.
Yeah, mostly, yeah. But the later on you get, it's like, oh, there's a shield dude, there's a Batman.
Yeah. I will say the only fight I hated was fighting Bane in Origins. That took me so long to beat.
What was that?
I played.
Oh, you had to get him to run into the canisters, right?
Yeah, it took me forever to figure that out.
Oh, okay.
It was really hard. I was dumb, okay?
But you got there,
I got there. It took me a couple hours, but I got it.
Oh, we got some other questions. What was the worst game you ever played, or most disappointed?
Ooh. Let me think. I dropped... what's the game I dropped super fast? I know that I know that I was disappointed by a lot of games, because I have a lot of games in my list. I mean, Jump Force is an obvious disappointment. I knew that going into it though, if I'm being real. Dragon Ball FighterZ? Maybe I'm just not a fan of 2D. I did not enjoy it. Like 2D fighters, like side scrolls. Because I like the Naruto Shippuden style where it's like an arena. That's why I was so slightly hyped for Jump Force. But no. Nope. It's terrible. I have got stuck and I raged on stream and I ended stream.
No.
It was terrible. I was stuck fighting that one guy over and over because he could one-hit me.
Wait, in like a fighting game?
Yeah. So you have to fight an opponent that has high HP and is really hard to kill. But if he gets you, you're one shot dead. Yeah. Yeah, and his attacks are unblockable as well.
So you have to like dodge them, or you just have to...
You have to dodge them, but he's really fast.
That sounds like an actual episode of Dragon Ball.
It was a Yu Yu Hakusho character. I don't know which one because I'm not familiar with the anime.
Wait. They're making the Dragon Ball weird genre game. What's it called?
What's
What's that horror game that everyone on Twitch plays? the multiplayer one.
Phasmo?
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
They're making a Dragon Ball Dead by Daylight.
Why?
I don't know. But they
Do
are.
you know what I think would be a fantastic Dragon Ball video game?
What do they do?
You know, it could be an arena 3D, 3D arena fighter, but it's like the Tournament of Power, right? And you drop like 100 players in there like Fortnite, but you have to do melee fucking combat. And then the stage is also destructible. And as the timer goes around, the stage destroys more, and if you fall into the void, you also die. I think that would be the best Dragon Ball game they could ever make. Are they going to? No. They probably will never make that.
I think they actually did.
They did?
I don't know if it's Dragon Ball or something else, but they did make an anime battle royale that was more. It was a JoJo's one, I think.
Oh yeah, that JoJo one. Yeah. It's only available in Japanese arcades.
Oh.
Yeah. I know about the JoJo battle royale. But you can only play it in a Japanese arcade.
Well, come on everyone, big trip to Japan. 100 weebs descend on an island.
No. It's also, I think it's only got like, it doesn't even have that many players, I don't think. It's not too much of battle royale. But I think that would be a fantastic game.
Get the Dragon Ball people, get them fighting each other.
You like choose a character, you have like a Tournament of Power stage, and you can destroy parts of it if you do enough damage, and then it turns also turns into a game of Fall Guys. I think that would be great.
Playing co-op and trying to pick up your friend from a collapsing tower.
Yeah. Be like, your attack doesn't do enough damage, and then you're like, joke's on you, bitch, I'll just push off the edge, such it. I think that would be such a fun game. I would play the shit out of it. I would be terrible at it, but I would love that. It's like, Dragon Ball combat, so it's like mostly melee. With like a couple of like beam attacks. But beam attacks don't like. That's the thing that I don't like about like the 2D side scroller Dragon Ball games is you do like a beam attack, and it's not really a beam because you can't like just move to the side. You can only move up and down.
You have to like jump over it or something.
Yeah, like there's only one direction you can escape, and I don't like that.
Yeah. I think there are 3D ones. I haven't looked into it too much. I'm not an expert at these things.
I just know I would love to play that in particular. Also, please, it's a free idea. Please just make it. I don't care. Make it. Please.
Do it. Just do it. Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Is it 3D? Like, can you move to the side? Like, are you unlocked 3D? Like, run around wherever you want?
I think so. I think I watched a friend play it. Yeah.
Because I would actually love to play that. Because I am not a fan of like the 2D side scroller fighters. I hate them. I don't like that I can only move in two directions. I want all 3-directional movement. I'm gonna look up Xenoverse later.
There you go. One for the list.
One for the list.
I think we had a few questions. Who is your favorite Batman villain?
There's a couple. I really like Deathstroke.
Oh.
He's very cool. Poison Ivy.
A lot of good ones. They've all got good costumes as well.
Yeah. There's like so many Batman villains. I like Mr. Freeze as well.
Oh, I'd love it if they made like a Joker movie, but for Mr. Freeze. Like a really realistic.
Yeah, like mad scientist trying to save his wife from a disease, and he cryo freezes her.
Quite sad.
Yeah. It is sad, that's why I like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. And then, although there is a lot of like ice-themed DC villains, like there's not Captain Boomerang, but there's
Captain Cold.
Yeah, and then there's also, isn't there like Captain Freeze as well or something?
Maybe. I know there's the Penguin.
Ah, yeah.
He's named after penguins.
I do really love him in Arkham City with the British Cockney.
Yeah. I also liked him in that older movie. I forget which one.
I think it was is it Batman Forever?
I think so.
Or was it the second Batman Returns? It might be.
It's one of them. I like him in that one with his like deformed hands and stuff.
It's Danny DeVito.
Yeah, he does it well. Plays a good penguin.
Bring him back. I'm very excited for the new Batman film, actually.
Wait, there's a new one?
Yeah. It's the one where who's the guy from Twilight? He's playing Batman.
Oh, yeah, no.
He's the one who on set was caught having sex on the Batmobile.
Oh my god, bruh.
But they're taking like a way more realistic approach to it, and it looks like they've taken inspiration from Seven, so it's going to be an actual detective Batman movie.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I'm very excited for it.
I like the older ones, like the Arnold Mr. Freeze and the Jim Carrey Riddler. That was perfect.
You like the more campy Batman?
Yeah, because I feel like that's what made Batman fun. I don't like the gritty, realistic Batman. It makes it not fun. Because like part of the appeal that I liked about the Batman like comics and stuff is like they were goofy, man. They were goofy, but I like the goofy. That's why I enjoy Spider-Man comics, because they're so goofy.
I guess we like different spectrums of Batman.
I'm not a fan of like the other trilogy, like the newer one, the one with like the Heath Ledger Joker and stuff. Like I don't like the like the gritty like realistic thing with those. I prefer like the older, like funnier, sillier ones. Cause like Batman villains, they're silly, but they know they're silly, and that's what makes it fun. I don't like this. I don't like it when they get serious. Like Jack Nicholson Joker. I like him a lot. He's my favorite person that played the Joker. I mean, other than like the Joker movie Joker, I think that's the only time where they got serious and it was good.
I think they're making a second one.
I hope so.
You know, yeah, but
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the why so serious Joker. He's like telling everyone not to be serious, but he is serious, and it's like, where's your goofy man? Where's your goof at? Where's the goof?
Where's the goof at? That's the new phrase.
Where's the goof at? I like my comics goofy. I don't like them. There's only one serious one I liked, and that was reading the Broken Bat ones. The one with Batman.
Nightfall, I think they're called.
Nightfall, yeah. I know Broken Bat's one of them. Yeah, they're the only like serious ones I like really like. I really like those ones, which is where I thought they were gonna go, in the Heath Ledger trilogy ones, the movies, but they didn't, and I'm like,
I think they tried, but.
They tried, but then they didn't. They should have just committed to doing Broken Bat, and I would have liked the Nightfall, and I would have been so much happier. That last movie with Bane, I could not tell you what happened. It was so boring.
Yeah, but it brought us lots of memes.
True, it's good for the memes, but like that movie sucked.
I remember watching it in the cinema.
I can't imagine sitting there for that long in the cinema.
To be honest, I thought it was alright. Yeah.
I could not stand it.
The fire rises, Batman.
I couldn't stand it. There was nothing. There was like something would happen, and it was followed by a really long time of nothingness. And it's like, I am not a fan. I feel like they should have really just like chopped out a lot of the stuff in there.
Yeah.
They needed it. I don't think it needed to be 3 hours long.
Oh, no. Where's my extended cut version of it?
No.
Yes. Oh.
No. I don't know. I keep getting disappointed by stuff. In terms of like DC movies, but also a lot of Marvel movies I'm not really interested in either, to be real.
Yeah, they're sort of stuck in a formula now.
Yeah, I hate that. But yeah, no. Like I was so hopeful for Suicide Squad, which feels really dumb to say now because that movie was bad. But like I feel like it really could have been good, and I'm happy they're making like a new thing with like some of the same cast.
Wait, did that already come out?
Did it?
I think
they
so.
made. I know they're making something else as well. They're making a video game with those characters, and I'm hyped because it's made by the same people who made the other Batman games, and I'm like, finally, new Batman game. I think it's called Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, because the whole point is like Superman's gone evil, right?
Yeah, like evil Justice League, you have to kill them.
Do it.
I think that's the premise. Judging. But I think that's like a tie-in for the movie, I think, or something.
I'm not sure. I thought it was meant to be separate.
A movie? It might be separate, but I think there's a movie coming out as well. Yeah.
I know, because we had Justice League, then we had Birds of Prey, and I think we had one last year that came out.
Yeah, it would have been the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet. It's got the King Shark guy in it.
Yeah, I heard it's good, so...
Yeah.
Do a movie night, we'll watch it. Get everyone in, popcorn.
Yeah. I didn't like Birds of Prey. I feel like it could have been good, but it wasn't.
I can't remember what it was I didn't like about it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, same. It's like, this could have been good. But that's how I feel with a lot of DC. It's like, this could have been good. You just missed it. Like, I got super excited when I saw the first Suicide Squad because the intros to all the characters matched their new 52 intros.
Ah.
And I was like, oh, they're doing the new 52! They're doing the new 52 version, and it was like shot for shot from the comic. And then like everything after that sucked. I really like the casting though. That's the worst part. I'm like, this cast is perfect. Why did the writers suck?
There's a lot of good bits, but there's also bad as well.
Yeah. I feel like they need to read more comics and then like sift through the part, like stop making up parts in between. I think that's what they need to do. I think they just need to take a comic book and then remake it, and I think everyone will be happy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the DC comic movies, the animated movies, are really good.
Animated movies, they're amazing.
Oh, the
Killing Joke's my favorite.
That is like an easy story to do. I think the most recent one I watched was Long Halloween, which is my favorite graphic novel. So.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
They broke it up into 2 parts, which I think actually helps because there's a lot to it. But yeah, we need more stuff. Why aren't Marvel making good animated comic movies?
Yeah, they're not making any. And you guys can't say the Spider-Man one because that's a Sony movie, not a Marvel one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Sony owns Spider-Man, not
Thanks,
Marvel.
Sony. At least they've come together and had some sort of agreement.
Yeah. I love Spider-Man. But I'm happy that Marvel doesn't own Spider-Man. Because I feel like they would ruin Spider-Man.
Probably, yeah.
I don't trust them with Spider-Man.
I heard, I watched a recent one and it's very, very good, so I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I like the Tom Holland like Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire will always be my favorite.
Oh,
the classic,
he's the best.
The classic, absolute classic, best Spider-Man. He's just like, he emanates dork and goof, but like in a good way. Cause like I feel like that's what Spider-Man is, and I feel like that's why the Andrew Garfield one didn't work. Is because he was too cool. He wasn't enough of a dork. I hate to say it.
It's too hot.
Spider-Man has to be a dork.
I feel like I think Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man, but he wasn't a good Peter Parker.
Yeah. I don't really like his Spider-Man, but it's not the worst. I can agree with that. But yeah, he was a terrible Peter Parker. But the thing about Spider-Man is like it's such like a contained package. When you get Spider-Man, you get Peter Parker. It's not optional. Yeah. Peter Parker has to be a dork. He has to, like it doesn't work. He's got to be awkward dork. It doesn't work if he's not.
It's like making a funny Wolverine. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like making a goofy. Yeah.
When you get...
It's like casting Jim Carrey as Wolverine. It probably doesn't work.
Hello, I got knives. There you go. And did you play any Spider-Man games?
No, I haven't yet, but I really want to. But I just haven't had time. I haven't touched my PlayStation in 2 years.
No, it's missing your touch.
Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have a capture card, so it just gets left there.
No. There we go. If you get a PS5, you can play the 2 new Spider-Man games.
True. I'm not considering I haven't used my PlayStation 4 in forever. I don't think I'm getting a 5 anytime soon.
Oh, understandable.
Yeah.
Too busy creating. But I think we'll end soon because it's almost at 2 hours, and I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, if anyone has any quick last-minute questions, do it now.
Yes. Ask me anything.
If you have any questions, then feel free to ask Kahaki.
Yes.
And I will also ask the final question of the interview, the final official question of the interview, of who do you want to raid?
Let's raid Elfhilda.
Elfie? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I also just realized I've just been listening to Megalovania Lo-Fi for 2 hours.
Hell yeah.
I forgot to switch it. But yeah, I'll set the raid now. If anyone has any questions, let it be known, or forever hold your will.
Question speedrun, let's go. Anything I missed, let me know.
What is your favorite color?
Pink.
What is your favorite food?
Bolognese, spaghetti bolognese.
Drink.
Favorite drink? Powerade.
Underrated comic villains.
Underrated comic villains. The doll maker from Batman. I think that's his name.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Batman's had a lot of like really good recent villains, but they haven't really used them much in like other media.
Yeah, I know. No one ever thinks of doll maker unless
Professor Pig.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll set the raid now. If I can remember how to do this shit. What is a raid? I guess another question to ask is, how do you normally end your streams?
I raid. I always raid.
I mean, like, what do you say? When you
nothing. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go raid this person now. Goodbye.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, Kahaki. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Fun. You're welcome. I hope you have good success with your future rigging. That's it. Rigging and art. And enjoy your holiday on Earth.
Yeah. I'm gonna really enjoy my holiday. I'm gonna have an actual holiday instead of a hiatus. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I would ask when you're next streaming, but you don't currently have a schedule, right?
I have no schedule. Although tomorrow I have a podcast on Miss Doom's channel.
Oh shit!
Where we're talking about VTubing.
Okay, well, there's a whole category I forgot to ask about, but never mind.
Alright.
But yeah, go watch Little Miss Doom tomorrow, and you'll see Kahaku and everyone else.
You can ask me more questions.
Yeah. So bye bye.
Bye bye.